Welcome to MuskokaGriefSpecialist.com. I'm Catherine Howard, and I'm really glad you're here. I know you're here for one of two reasons. Either you're experiencing grief and you're looking for some solutions, or you know someone who's experiencing grief and you're looking for a way to help them. In both cases, I can help change your situation. I can help you find a solution. When we're in grief, often people feel very much alone. They feel like nobody understands them and that they have to process this by themselves. And that's simply not true. So I want you to know that I'm here to help guide you from the heartbreak that you're feeling to a life of happiness again. And there are steps that we're going to take to get from feeling how we feel now to a life that is one you want to be in, one that you want to look forward to. You want to be your old self again, or maybe even a little better, a little perkier, a little happier than before this all began. So I want to let you know there are possibilities and therefore opportunities to change the way you're feeling right now, and together we can make that happen. A lot of people do stay in grief for an extended period of time simply because they don't have the tools or the teacher or the program or the system to be able to change their direction and understand how it can change and how to become more active and proactive in addressing the feelings that they have and then moving towards and making changes in their life so that they can get happy again and move through the grief. Grief is not a place we want to stay. Grief is something that we need to experience, but it is a journey that we move through. And eventually we want to start a different journey and not always be in this one where we find pain and discomfort in our lives. So just to give you a little bit about me, I've experienced lots of major changes in my life and some really traumatic deaths. I've lost most of my family, grandparents, parents, and 7 years ago my son died while undergoing cancer treatment, and only 24 days after he was diagnosed. So it was incredibly shocking and completely unexpected, and it took me a long time to figure out how to live well. That was a promise I made to my son, that I would figure out how to live well and joyously without him in my life. I wanted to be able to keep that promise, and I have. So the bonus for you is that I've done all the hard work, and now I know the things that work, and I know what doesn't work, and I've been able to put them into steps for you so that you don't have to go through the trials and tribulations that I did. And I'm going to share them with you in the program and guide you through it. So know that I'm here for you all the way through, but this is work that needs to be done. It's something that you need to commit to. You need to commit to being a better you and wanting to move again through this grief to the other side of it. We can't just sit with it or we stay the same. So there are lots of benefits. There are 8 steps to it. First, we learn how to honor our loss so that we can honor our life. And that's actually the name of the program. Honor your loss, honor your life. And second, we learn how to express ourselves and how to communicate our needs and our feelings, wants, and all the necessities to those around us, and how to share grief with other people, because usually if you've lost somebody, you're not the only one who's lost that person. Other people are grieving that loss as well. And so we're going to learn how to communicate all of that with one another. We're going to, third, have a healthy environment. And that means externally and internally. And I will bring you through all of the different things that you can do to improve your environment within your home, within your workplace, within your body, and within your mind. And that helps clear away more space for healing. Fourth, we're going to learn how to develop a proper support community with your family, with your friends, and again with that communication of how we're asking and how we're communicating ourselves so that we don't have to do this alone and that we do have the support around us. Fifth, we're going to learn some mindfulness tips and tricks. And what that really means, mindfulness, is to learn how to do things one at a time. So we're not bogged down and busy with multitasking, because we don't ever really get anything done well when we have too much on the go. So when we learn mindfulness, we learn how to separate and do things in the order they need to be done, when they need to be done, and again, one thing at a time. 6, we're going to explore some childhood dreams. As often as we come into our adult lives, all the things we wanted to do when we were children gets put in a box somewhere up on a shelf in the back of our minds, and it's a real shame. So what we're going to do is go back and kind of bring that forward, explore through, and see what might come of it. In 7, we're going to look at what, if any, greater purpose you might have. And sometimes things are exposed through that exploration of our old dreams and goals, things that were put aside. And greater purpose doesn't need to be anything extravagant. Greater purpose might just be wanting to be a better human, a better friend, a better parent or spouse. Maybe you want to get better at your sports or your other hobbies, or maybe there is something greater, and that's what we'll look at. And then 8 is taking back your agenda, taking back your time, because you need to have time to do all the things that you need to do. You need to take time for self-care. You need to take time to develop your relationships, and you need to take time to heal. So when we're busy saying yes to everybody else, we're automatically saying no to ourselves. And it's important to give ourselves permission to accomplish what we need. And our goal here is to get through our grief so that we become more productive and more happy. So again, that's what I'm here to help you with. There are 3 different ways that this can happen. This can come into your life. 1, I hold group sessions, and they're small groups, usually about 5 to 8 people. So you can join one of those. 2, you can have, if you don't want to wait for a group session to start, or you just want a bit more privacy, then you can come see me on a one-on-one private basis. And 3, if you're not in the area or have a mobility issue or just live really far away and feel that this training would work for you, then there's a membership program that you can sign up for, and the lessons are like this on video and delivered to you in your inbox. So you'll get those on a regular basis, and everybody gets bonuses and extra training and extra helpful things to move again from the heartache that you're feeling right now in your grief to a life of happiness and greater promise and maybe greater purpose. And honestly, these things are all connected. And again, I've had longer than 7 years, but a 7-year journey from my greatest heartbreak, having lost my son. And I'm here now to tell you that it's possible to increase our focus, increase our happiness, gain a little more purpose, and get to a place where your heart is good. So I'm again very happy that you're here, and I look forward to spending time with you. I want you to figure out which program would be best for you, whether it's the group counseling sessions or the one-on-one private sessions with me, or taking the online delivery program where it just ends up in your inbox and you get these videos every month, and plus your bonuses on top of that. So whatever's easier, whatever works better for you, but know that this is a program that works, and that I am here with you, that I understand what you're going through, and that I can tell you there's a whole lot of happiness once you get all the way through it. And I really want to share that with you, because I want you here with me on this side. I want you out of that hurt, and I want you feeling better and feeling happiness again, and learning how to honor your loss so you can honor your life.